My summer project this year is to create a collection of California postcards. I originally saw this idea on Instagram by an artist named Anne Marie Young, and she does this project as a way to fund her life in Alaska. Super fun. She does a bunch of landscapes in Alaska and mails them to people all over the world, and this year she invited other artists to participate in this activity, and I thought it sounded like a lot of fun, and I wanted to do that this summer just to get my feet wet and to prep for Peachtober, which is coming up really soon and is a really rigorous challenge. So I think this was a great way to just get back into the swing of things. The 12 postcards are all going to be of locations that I know and love here in California, places that are really special to me and have special memories attached. And because of that, on the back of every postcard, I'm going to write a story that has to do with that location. A memory that I made there, something funny that happened, something significant that happened, and I think that's going to make it really special and really personal, and I'm really excited to share them with people. So if you're interested, that's awesome. If not, just watch this vlog, and I hope you enjoy it. So far. So these are the 3 that I've done so far. First one was Point Lobos, and then Castle Rock and Big Bear, and then this is the Hotel del Coronado on Coronado Island. This one is by far my favorite so far. I really love the way that this one turned out. I'm really proud of it. For sure more carbonated out of the straw. I wonder if it's because it's like coming from the bottom of the can. This is not what you came here to see. So we're on the home stretch for the California postcards. I'm super excited to almost be done. I finished 10 out of 12. So we're on the home stretch. We have 2 more to go. I'm gonna hopefully finish those 2 today. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing today. That's what we're gonna dive into. Let's do it. So I like to start all my paintings with a quick wash for the sky. Usually it's really fast and simple unless it's a sunset or there's clouds. That's a little more complicated, but usually it's a really quick flat wash for the sky. And then from there I'll add a colored layer to all the other elements of the painting based on the main color that they are. So these redwood trees, their base color is a reddish brown. So I'll do a full wash on all the tree shapes, and then the leaves, I'll start with the lightest color of green that they are. One thing I wish I would have done differently on these was left some more room for light to peek through the leaves, which would just be the white paper. I was kind of a little bit heavy with my first layer of green, so usually I'll try to do that, but this was a little bit rushed. And then from there, I'll go into the redwood trees now that they're dry and add some more detail. Definitely to the ones in the background, but even more heavily to the 3 that are more in the foreground, because those are the ones you're going to see the most detail on, just naturally with your eye. And then from there, I'll go and do the same thing with the leaves. Generally with leaves, the shadows are on the bottom and the highlights are on the top. And you want to think of a tree as having multiple shapes of leaves, not just the whole tree as one. So it's like clumps of leaves that have a shadow on the bottom and highlights on the top. Then from there, I'll go back to the trunks and add even more detail, really darken the shadows, the places where the cracks are really deep. Trying to give it as much of a bark texture as possible. And then we're going to do the same with the leaves. So pushing the contrast, adding more shadow so the highlights pop out more. Generally speaking with leaves, sometimes I can really overdo it, but anyways, then from there I'll go to inking once the postcard's completely dry. I like to do my inking really fast. I like to keep it quick and fluid, really sketchy lines, and I don't like to be super rigid with it, so it usually goes quickly. And then once the inking's all done, I'll give it a quick signature, give it my little stamp of approval, and it is ready to go. On to the next step of the process, which is shooting all the photos and then creating all the listings for them. I need to come up with a bunch more promo. I'll probably end up using a lot of previous footage because you just have to. It's so much work. So much work. I was thinking about how I'm gonna price these postcards, thinking like, you know, it takes me 2 hours to make one, so I can keep it pretty cheap, but it's like, it takes you 2 hours to paint it, but that doesn't include any of the other extra work that you're doing, which is a lot of work. It's way more than 2 hours worth of work that I'm doing between taking all the photos, promoting it on social media, creating shop listings, if I sell them, packaging them and mailing them. Like, it's way more than 2 hours of work. And I don't even fault people for like wondering why are you pricing things at a point that feels expensive, because I forgot about that. I was like, that doesn't even factor into the price, but it totally should. So I even forgot about it, and I'm the one doing the work. So I don't fault people for questioning me on that, but that's the truth, is that it's way more than 2 hours of work. So if I say that I spent 2 hours painting it, just know that I'm doing way more than 2 hours of work for you to be able to see it and purchase it. And I think that's true for all artists, so you should give all artists that benefit of the doubt. An artist that I follow on Instagram, her name's Emily Jeffords. She does such a great job taking photos of her art and like making such appealing photos for her shop, for Instagram, for everything. So trying to like channel some of that energy, take inspiration from her, study her as a master, because that's what she is, and use that here with what I'm doing. So yeah. That is a wrap on my summer postcard project. I'm really excited to have completed all 12 like I set out to. I think they turned out really good. Some of them I like more than others, but that's normal. And they are all up for sale on my brand new website, madetoast.com. So if you want to go check them out, I would love that. If you want to purchase one, I would also love that. But any kind of support that you can give me is so appreciated, no matter what it is. I have so many ideas for the future. I'm so excited about what's going to come artistically and what's going to come on this YouTube channel. I have a bunch of videos in the hopper, a bunch more ideas that I'm going to film in the future. Peachtober is coming up, which I am so excited about. So if you want to see all that, if you want to follow along with my journey, please subscribe. I'd be so honored for you to stick along with me. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Just take a look inside you and you'll find